money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah, yeah,
Buddha
yeah,
blesses family.
yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man. The leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash amount, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. Ice. Swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Whip that thing. Whip it. Then she give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring it. I do. Don't want no. They pull up with they. It's times 3. This how it go. Park $1 million at the. We gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs and PJs. Rich like water, go to Cabo. Splash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Cash. Your money too small, micro. Hunch up on the call, gotta. Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now.
Guess I'm homegrown, well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Get a Kleenex for that baby, wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a leg with till they explode? Yeah.
superstars out. Hey. Brand new cars, we by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash, shots and goals, tax. Rock the shows, big bang rolls, cash. Now she go, for the team, now she don't ski, splash. Think about post now on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. All set, race with the stars out, not a boarded house. Get deported out, booped out for a shot. Marvin the Martian, I'ma put your brain up for auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the faucets? Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Private jet, yeah.
I sounded.
Got that on me. When then you lame down, luck
Y'all are wasting our time. Heavy rain, cat and dogs, homie with me. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Yeah, we like, your girl has been calling for days. I get that they know different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. Four braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some Kenneth, keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire. I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a bright of me. I'm sorry. To all my supporters, man. I love y'all. I just want to say thank you. I came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers now on first down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Oh, he will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 61 yards. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, come on.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Crosby puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Josh Jones in on the stop.
All right. Come on out.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, here's Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hey, 626.
On first down, Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 626.
Throwing again. Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to lead to a third down.
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, 626. Zoom.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go, come on. Get reset. Hey, easy.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Working from the gun. Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he stopped immediately there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Zoom, zoom.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
26.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. the tailback. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He's going to get it running right. Gets past one man. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Crosby puts it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And the Rams getting set to go now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kenny Clark coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go, 12, let's go.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Perry in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Jackson. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that is incomplete. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's got room. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught right side. Davis takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game. 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Here's Goff now on second down. And spins away. Out left side here to Bryant. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Goff on first down. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's second down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
DC.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Jump out!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Flushed out right. He can run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. The big fella, the 40. Past the 20, 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Rodgers, wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh, with a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, 5. Merlin. We go, son. 20.
From the gun, here's Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Williams now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Orange. Pull down. Check. Hey, watch it. Check.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another carry now for Gurley. And again, the run defense defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Out to his left. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Starting left here.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Rams on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Gone. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
One final try now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle.